These are some of our strangest stories about hamburgers. How did this burger from the famous InNOut Burger chain end up on the street in New York City when InNOut Burgers are found only on the West Coast? Lincoln Boehm and his wife Dara Katz stumbled upon the find in 2019 and posted it on social media.
It just didn't make sense. And the reason it didn't make sense is because the burger just looked so perfect.
The mystery was cleared up when a teenager named Helen reached out to the couple with this message. "Hi, this is actually my burger. You may not believe me."
And then when I started asking her follow-up questions, all the answers kind of fell in line with the timeline that I'd mapped out.
As proof, Helen actually sent this receipt showing she purchased 4 burgers the night before in San Diego before flying home to New York. She even included JetBlue flight information to confirm the timeline.
When I boarded on the plane, I just sat on my seat, kept the burgers in the bag on my lap the entire flight.
When she landed at JFK Airport, she rushed to catch a bus, and that's when one of the burgers fell out of the bag.
As I got onto the bus, I felt the bag become a lot lighter, and the InNOut Burger was just missing.
It's the burger called the labor-inducer. In 2019, pregnant women flocked to the restaurant in Minnesota where it was served.
I'm having this baby tonight.
It all started with Kelsey, co-owner of the Suburban, when she was taste testing new burgers 2 weeks before her due date.
I ate the whole cheeseburger and probably finished around 8 p.m. that night. And by 2 a.m., I had gone into labor with this little guy here.
The legend of the labor-inducer burger was born.
We came in on my due date at 40 weeks, resigned to the fact that I was going to be pregnant for another week. So of course I had to get the burger. It was fate. Ate the whole thing, and at 10 p.m. that night started contractions, and I had her shortly after.
So, what are the secret ingredients? An Angus beef patty, bacon, peach caramelized onions, American cheese, spicy mustard, and a Cajun remoulade sauce, all topped with a pretzel bun.
It's just really greasy and indulgent, so I think it was just the greasy food that my body needed to motivate me to just relax and kick back and push out this baby.
In 2020, this guy got more than a mouthful when he chomped into a burger.
I don't know what to do.
He could barely speak, and his tongue was monstrously swollen.
I'm wondering if anyone's ever had this happen before.
It turns out, Kobe Freeman of Utah was eating a hamburger when a bee decided it wanted a bite.
I felt this sharp pain on my tongue and went to the bathroom, and I was looking in the mirror, and there was just this pointy thing coming out of my tongue, and I pulled it out, and it was a stinger. I don't know, I was wondering the same thing. I don't know if it was in the burger when I made it, or it flew in there when I was putting my sauce on it, or it just flew in my mouth when I was taking a bite. I'm not quite sure.
I'm wondering if anyone's ever had this happen before.
Could a mouth-watering burger land you in the ER? Yes, it could. And it has nothing to do with the meat. These wire brushes used to clean grills could be hazardous to your health.
The bristles on this side over here are only about a third of the length that they used to be. So that means they've either worn off or broken off. The food that is then put on the grill picks up the bristle, it's ingested, and that can cause some fairly serious problems.
A single bristle could show up on an MRI. The wire bristles can also puncture the esophagus and stomach. There are alternatives to the bristle brush.
These are stainless steel coils that won't come out.
A pumice stone also does a good job at cleaning the grill.
It's abrasive just enough to take off the food.
A putty knife or scraper can also work.
What I like about this is it really gets the top cleaned off, but I can also, by tipping it up on edge like this, I can get the sides of the grate.
But if you insist on using a wire brush, grab a magnet.
You just pass it over the grill. And if there are any bristles on there, you can see right here, it'll pick them up.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.